Hey everybody, it's Jeff with Gaming Compass, and this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. We're starting from the very beginning of the game, so let's check it out. Now, I had played almost to the very end of this. I got it on launch day, but I decided to start over because I hadn't played in a while. So we'll see how things go. So here's the opening cinematic. Voiced, which is the first in the Zelda series. So I'm just gonna let it play out here.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
So one thing that you notice in this game is that it refers to Link as Link. You don't get to pick a name unlike other games in the series. Which is kind of interesting. Not sure why they did that, but regardless, there we are, waking up from a nap. And like some of the more recent entries in the series, he doesn't have his traditional outfit, as you can see. Just has on a pair of shorts. Kind of a weird looking starting area here. Some sort of thing in the distance there. Alright, so this is where you finally get control of Link. And I went into the menu there to save it, even though it auto-saved. I don't know why I did that, but there you see I got 2 saves, and there's some prior saves from when I played through before. So what I was doing, I was looking around to see if there's anything that I could have possibly missed when I first played the game. And I was just looking at the menu to see if there's anything I missed initially. I read that there was a Korok here at the very beginning of the game, but I don't know, maybe that only appears later, or if maybe I read it wrong or something. But anyway, I couldn't find it, so that's what I'm trying to look for right now, I believe. Yeah. So I couldn't find it, so I said, oh well, worry about it later. So you gotta go talk to the pedestal here.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
You get this tablet-looking thing, or Sheikah slate, as the voice calls it, which is of course the correct name. Oh, it's like a tablet. I think that was done intentionally because this game was originally developed for Wii U, not for Switch. And of course, Wii U has a tablet-style controller. There's the Sheikah slate. First item we got in the game. And Retriever opens the door so we can leave the room here. And I open up the map screen here. You can see I have nothing explored, obviously, since it's the beginning of the game. And these other functions are not yet enabled. It says Sheikah slate data is damaged. So that's all that's in my inventory for key items currently. And so you see we got additional things on the HUD now. We have the temperature indicator, the sound indicator, and the radar in the bottom right of the screen. You saw briefly the green circle there, that's the stamina meter. And we got a couple treasure chests here. We got an old shirt, which gives us 1 defense. And the game has these little pop-up tutorials that appear throughout the beginning of the game. Well-worn trousers, pants, that's 1 defense also. Let's go ahead and equip those. Partially broken barrel, throw it into a wall and let it break. There we go. Broke the other one. There's a few of them in here. I don't think they have anything in them, but pick them up just in case. Never know what you might find. So the treasure chest in this game I like because
up to the pedestal.
unlike in previous Zelda games,
that
you don't have
will
to stand
show you the way.
the exact front of them to open. So yeah, the treasure chests, they can be on their side or upside down or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can open them from any direction, which is cool. Wish more games had that option to have treasure chests. So the Sheikah Slate, we have to interface it with the pedestal there, interact with the pedestal rather, and that opens the door.
Link, you are the light.
And Link immediately wishes he had some
Our
sunglasses.
That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
I thought the light was in front of him. But if he's the light, then how can the light be in front of him if he is the light? Is he looking into a mirror? So I decided to go run back here to the beginning again and see if that activated the Korok seed, but it did not, apparently. Either that, or I'm looking in the wrong spot, or it just hasn't been activated yet, or maybe there's not one there at all, and I was just wrong about it on being there. So anyway, once you open the exterior door here, that turns on the lights, for lack of a better description, in the shrine area here at the beginning of the game. A little bit of water there we're going to run through, and then this rock wall we have to climb up. And here is the initial screen from the initial reveal of this game, I believe, a couple years ago. And you see Death Mountain in the background in the upper right. It's a very nice looking game, very pretty, delightful, better term. I mean, it's a gorgeous game, definitely. The art style is impressive. And there's the Temple of Time, I believe. There's the old man. Just staring at Link and walks off. Alright, so the first area here in the game is called the Great Plateau, of course. And then we picked up a tree branch off the ground. That can be used as a weapon. It does 2 damage. Not a very strong weapon, but of course we're at the beginning of the game, so you don't expect to have something that great. So you can do the spin attack with it. I did the joystick 360 one, and then I did the charge one there. Charge attacks use your stamina gauge, as you can see there. And it gives you a little tip there. It says if you use your stamina too much, it will go away, basically. So we've got some Hylian shrooms here. So in the Breath of the Wild, there's no hearts that drop. You heal yourself with food. So you can eat raw food or you can cook it. Cooking it gives it additional benefits, either more hearts or heat or cold resistance or whatever. So Hylian shrooms, for example, I think it said did half a heart of restoration. Another tree branch, some more mushrooms. So I just decided to climb up here for the heck of it. I don't think I did this when I initially played through the game, so I figured, why not? I thought I could make it all the way, but if I hadn't jumped that one extra time, I might have been able to. But as you can see, my stamina gauge ran out and I fell off. That's what happens if you climb and you run out of stamina. So if you fall from too great a height, you will die. There's a boulder you can push, or you can climb on it. And I did some more climbing here. I don't think there's anything up here in particular, just decided to climb just to see what was up there. There's some plants, nothing too impressive. Now, I could have gone over that way if I wanted to, but I snuck up here on this butterfly and got that. Gives
head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah Slate.
If you cook it into an elixir. Here's the voice again. telling us we need to go the opposite direction, basically. I guess that's there in case you get lost or whatever. Let's follow the Sheikah Slate. That's our first quest. That's another thing this game has that others in the series do not, and that is quests, like a traditional role-playing game would have. Or, maybe not a traditional role-playing game, more like a MMORPG actually. But, you know, we had the scope here that we can use with the right stick, of course. Saw some goblins down there. You see I fell there. That was probably the limit of where you can fall without taking damage. And we're just gonna follow the path here. Talk to the old man momentarily, but get some apples out of the tree first. Which you can eat those raw, of course, or cook them. Where is the old man by the fire? We got a baked apple. I beg your pardon, I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh ho ho, forgive me, I cannot resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame making it something treat. It's a bit strange to see another around these parts. Me, I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here. Yeah, I'm scrolling to the text too fast here. I'm going to have to slow down a bit to be able to read it. Anyway, you guys can read it here on the screen. I'm not going to read it until I play through again with a bit slower scrolling. Sorry about that. Forced to habit. I read fast while I'm playing games, but not so much when I'm narrating. So there we see the Temple of Time in the distance. I think I stopped to look at something, that's why I paused on here for so long. So he needs to cook another baked apple since we took the one he had. That's pretty funny. I wonder what happens if you don't take it. Let's try to set Link on fire there, but no such luck. Alright, so now I'm putting some apples on my hand. I'm going to try to bake them. But they didn't get close enough to the flames to be baked, so try it again. Still gonna get close enough. You can tell if it's gonna work or not if the piece of food catches on fire. Then you'll know that it's gonna either cook or disappear, one or the other. If it disappears, that means you can't cook, roast it, or bake it, or whatever. But apples you can. You just have to position it correctly. So there's a torch leading up against the rocks there. That counts as a weapon and also as a torch, basically. He yells at us for taking the torch too. It's kind of funny. How are you planning to use it? Light stuff on fire, you know. He mentions dry grass, which is funny because obviously, if you play this, you know this, but you can light grass on fire and it will burn pretty much until it either rains or runs out of grass, one or the other. So there's an unlit fire you could light if you wanted to. And then an axe, which does 3 damage, which is the best weapon we have so far. So I'll go ahead and equip that. Axes you can also use to cut down trees. There's other weapons in the game you can use for cutting down trees as well, but the axe is the only one we have access to so far. And we got an apple and a cricket. I think the cricket, I think it said does stamina, maybe? Maybe I'm wrong, but if you cut down a tree, you can cut it into a log and then cut that, and it turns into a bundle of wood, which you can use to make a fire. Which can be used for cooking or for resting. And the axe can cut grass, as you saw there. And the rocks sometimes have stuff under them, like this one had a lizard. That hightail lizard does a speed boosting elixir if you cook it. So you can climb pretty much any surface in this game. Trees, rocks, cliffs, buildings, whatever. There's some eggs up in the tree, bird eggs specifically. It says you have to be sneaky, but I've gotten several of them and I've never had a bird attack me or anything, which is kind of odd. I think they would try to. But anyways, we'll continue on here. Here's our first enemy. We're gonna fight a goblin. Took his tree branch. And finish him off with a jump slash. Got the goblin horn. Monster products you can combine with the insects you find, like crickets, butterflies, whatever, and make elixirs with them that do different stat benefits like speed or heat or cold resistance, like I mentioned earlier. These big, huge trees, you can't chop them down, I don't think. It's just the smaller ones. Or the medium-sized ones, I guess. That's the small one right there, just chop down. That tree branch from. There's a choo-choo. The blue variety, which is the regular. Drops choo-choo jelly. Which I've got to figure out what those are used for in the game. I got almost in the game, I couldn't figure out what they were used for. At least, if I did, I don't remember what it was. So sometimes you throw barrels against walls or cliffs or whatever, they don't break like you saw there. So I decided to smash them with my axe. And I got a seared steak out of one of them, which is cooked raw meat, of course. If you drop the raw meat in a fire, that's what you get, I believe. This is kind of a collapsed building here. Kind of cool looking, but nothing really that important here, other than the steak we got. So jumping takes off more of your stamina gauge when you're climbing than just regular climbing. Here's the goblin. He has a club, looks like. And I did the perfect dodge right at the right time there. It gives me the flurry rush. Those are hard to time correctly, at least for me they are. Boko club. That does 4 damage. Better than anything we have, so we're going to get rid of a weapon because our inventory is full. And I did the quick method of getting rid of the weapon and threw it. So here's one of these statue things, and you can find materials at the base of them sometimes. There's the tree branch I threw earlier. You can also go into the menu screen and drop item, or weapons rather, and shields and bows and whatnot through the inventory screen, but I decided to throw it because it's quicker. You can also throw weapons at enemies to do damage to them. Sometimes it's handy, but it just depends. There's the goblin there inside the box building. Our club. There we go. Took him out with no trouble. He dropped another club, so we'll take that. Okay, you see there, the club is not very good at breaking barrels, because it's wood, not metal, I guess. And we broke the club just while trying to break the barrels. So I switched to the axe to break them open. And there's a treasure chest there. And we got Hylian trousers, which give us 3 defense. That's 3 times as good as what we currently had on, so we'll go ahead and use those. And we'll go somewhere else now. Close to where we're supposed to be according to the dot. which is our target area, or our destination or goal, whatever you want to call it. Thought that there was a tower in the distance there, but it was just a high platform, basically. Towers are not yet present. I tried to chase the butterfly there, that didn't work. As you can see, I pushed the log there accidentally. You can do that in the game if you need to or want to. I think if you push them up the cliff against enemies below them, you can kill these. I don't recall for sure. Fighting some more choo-choos. There's a boulder. Couple. There's some goblins down there. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this cold. Sorry about the cough. And so you see there, I pushed the boulder off the cliff, and they were going over top of the goblins and killed them for me. So I'll take their stuff that they dropped. Whew. I was making sure I didn't miss anything. Stump of some kind. Tree trunk, whatever. No. Little pond of sorts. There's a stamella shroom that gives stamina if you cook it. So this is actually not water right here, this is tar. If you walk in it, you will sink and you'll drown instantly. So, well, you don't drown like dead drown, you drown and lose a heart, but you have to come back later. There's some treasure chests over there you can get. We don't have what's needed to get to those yet, so we'll have to come back later in the game for that. So this right here is water. It's pretty shallow water, so you can walk through it. I decided to save it again since I hadn't saved in a while. Always a good idea to save fairly frequently. So the water over here to the left is default water. So unlike in the other Zelda games, you don't have to get flippers or whatever to be able to swim. You can swim from the very beginning of the game. And I caught some fish here, some tiny little bass. And fish, of course, like any other food item in the game, can be eaten or cooked. There's no one of these statue things. Ancient gear. And we'll probably be able to use those later in the game for something. Not going to spoil it. Got the goblin there. This one has a shield and a sword. I try to dodge there and fell again. I did it right that time though. Third time's the charm, as I say, right? So I jacked him up. Got his Boko shield, first shield we gotten, which has a defense rating of 3. And he dropped some arrows, regular arrows, and a sword, which does 5 damage, which is an upgrade from what we currently have. So we definitely want to get that. So there you saw I dropped the tree branch from the menu instead of throwing it. So I equipped the sword and shield, and I'm going to go over here and check this out. This is our destination here. This is a pedestal like the one near the beginning of the game. Says place a Sheikah slate on the pedestal, basically. Has a little indentation in there for your Sheikah slate. and it activates this pedestal. And now we got earthquake going on. Oh, you know it now, Link. Here we go. We see a blue column. We have a column. And Link said, "Let there be towers." And there are towers everywhere now. That's what that Sheikah Slate pedestal does. It activates, well, not activates, but it makes the towers reappear. You have to still activate the other ones. This one is automatically activated because you use the pedestal that went to it. The Great Plateau Tower. Normally you would have to climb up the tower and activate it, but you started out on top of it this time with the initial one. Again, sorry about the cough.
Try to remember.
There's the voice again.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Hurry, Link. You're our only hope. He's like an Obi-Wan or something from Star Wars.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Yeah, Star Wars. New one comes out end of this year, I think. Episode 8, I think it is. Last Jedi. That should be cool. I'll probably see it eventually. I liked Rogue One. That was the last one they did, and that was pretty good, I thought. Anyway, so we don't have the item we need to fall from great heights without dying, so we have to climb down the tower here. And I screwed up here and died. That's what happens if you fall from a great height without the correct item. Good thing I wasn't doing a no-death challenge, because I would have just failed. Which is pretty sad. So this is what the loading screen looks like in the game. Gives you some tips and tricks and shows you some of your stats, like the number of hearts you have, your stamina gauge, number of rupees you have, that kind of thing. Other stuff gets added to that later in the game. So let's see if we can climb down the tower correctly this time without dying. That would be helpful. So you can climb down the long way, or you can just use these kind of steps, for lack of a better description. And you can fall on these without dying. You get down to the bottom and hear a voice, and it's the old man, and he's flying in with some sort of device. So he's talking about the tower and saying, "Hey, you woke them up," basically. And he asked about the voice that we heard. And he's talking about the castle. Calamity Ganon. probably should have said no when he asked if I intend to make my way to the castle. Just like, heck with that, man. I'm gonna go take a nap back in the Shrine of Resurrection. Nap sounds good. Gotta catch those Z's when you can, you know what I'm saying?
And you know that's right.
So you basically said he'll trade the paraglider for some treasure that's nearby. There's no be haste, you know, follow me. How am I supposed to follow you if he's not going anywhere? So there's the quest text that we got. Isolated plateau. So you see that orange glowing thing in the distance? That's a shrine. One of 100 in the game, if I remember correctly. So that's where he wants us to go. So there's water in between there, and we can't swim across that because we don't have enough stamina, so we have to go around. Ooh. If we had a certain thing in the game we get later, then we would be able to go through the water without having to worry about our stamina, but don't have that yet. So like in Skyward Sword, you can run, and it uses your stamina to do that. I chose to go to the right this time, so left for some reason. So I was going to try to sneak up these enemies and kill them with alternative methods, but one of them winds up seeing me here momentarily. No lookout, I think. Yeah, the lookout saw me. So I immediately ran up there to take him out. He also doubles as an archer. See one who threw a boulder at me. Ah! He threw a boulder at his own buddy there. His buddy. That's funny. Dummy. Yeah.
Dummy! Dummy! Yeah! Yeah!
Track them up. So that noise you heard means there's a treasure chest that's activated or unlocked by killing all the enemies nearby. And that is what that was. It goes from being purple to yellow. Purple means you haven't activated it, and yellow means you have. We got a bow, which is the Boko bow, I think it said. So, I think it auto-equips that, but maybe not. I have to manually equip it, can't remember. Just collecting all the stuff that dropped here. So we got a cooking pot there you can use to cook stuff in. There's the treasure chest I mentioned. That barrel out of the way. Didn't break, so I'll have to smash it with the axe. And I think I'm going to cook some stuff here, or try to. Yep, so I'm going to quickly cook it and monster parts. Make a elixir. So the ingredients kind of dance around when you cook them. Kind of funny. Energizing elixir gives us 3 hearts and a little bit of stamina. There you see it. So I'll cook some more here, perhaps. Yep, we got an apple and a smell mushroom. Let's try that. Oh, missed. Sometimes that happens to go in the pot and you'll have to try again. So you can skip the cooking cutscene there. Energizing fruit and mushroom mix. Same thing, gives us some hearts and some stamina. Not a lot, but better than nothing. So we'll do a apple and an egg and a fish this time. Got a fish skewer out of that. That gives us a good amount of health. More health than we actually currently have a maximum of. And now I'll try a lizard and a monster part. See what that gives us. Got a hasty elixir. That makes us move faster and climb faster. So now I'll try butterfly. Yeah, butterfly and monster part. Should give us a warm elixir or spicy elixir. Yeah, that's the name. Same thing. Gives a warming effect, heat resistance or cold resistance rather. So mushroom and apple. See what that is. Fruit and mushroom mix. Do a little bit more cooking here, maybe. So I'm gonna try to let's try to do the baked apple here. Try to do the mushroom. Mess with it again. Try the apples again here. Oh, we got one on. Turn into a baked apple. Baked apple. Didn't get close enough to the shroom there. There we go. Got it that time. Toasty Hylian shroom. So there's a little bit more health recovery there. It goes from half a heart to 3/4 of a heart, I believe. And we got a traveler's sword out of this treasure chest here. Inventory's full, so we have to get rid of a weapon. We'll get rid of this other tree branch here. And take our new shiny sword. Alright. I think we can finally leave this area now. Maybe. So there's a shrine we're supposed to be going to. So I'll go back over here to the left now. I probably could have kept going right, but oh well. Notice how quiet it is in this game. There's no overworld music unlike other games in the series. Which I guess has its pluses and minuses. I kind of like the overworld music in Zelda games, but they don't have a whole lot of it in this game. So this shrine has a lot of water around it. You can swim over there if you want, but you don't have to. Completely optional. And now that I think about it, I think I missed something in the water here. You might see in this episode. It might not be the next episode. I don't remember, but anyway, I'll have to come back for that later. I think there's something in the water I need to get. I guess I don't necessarily need to get it. It's optional, pretty sure, but just might as well since it's there, right? I think it's a treasure chest down there is what it is. So we're going to do this first shrine here and get the treasure that the old man mentioned. So we can hopefully get the paraglider from him. So another loading screen here. Not really sure why this game has loading screens when it's on a cartridge. I thought loading screens were for disc-based games, but oh well. So this is the Omanal Shrine, also known as the Magnesis Trial. So here we are in the shrine. First thing you should do in any new shrine is to look around and see what's there. See if there's any hidden doors or treasure chests you can get to, or might want to get to, or try to get to. So there's nothing there, so we'll go to the pedestal here, put our Sheikah Slate in, and see what happens. is distilling oil. It's kind of the same thing that happened on the tower. Boom, 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 boom. And we got the Magnesis rune, our very first one in the game. It allows us to interact with metallic objects with the power of magnetism, which that is what we will need to get the treasure chest out of the water that I mentioned. And of course, we'll be using it in this particular shrine. So you see the objects there that are kind of reddish pink color and then yellow. The reddish pink color means that they can be activated with, or you can use magnesis on them rather. And yellow means you have your cursor over top of it. Not really sure what I was doing there. I think I was just kind of playing around with the metal things here. Just being dumb, I guess. So I dropped that one over on the other side there. I know what I was doing. I was trying to build a ramp. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to prop him up to lean against it. I got hit by there. Nearly got myself killed. That's something that will happen in this game. If you drop an object on yourself, it will actually hurt you. Kind of funny. I saw a video when the game first came out. Someone was opening some metal doors and flung them into himself, and he died. The guy's character died in the game from that, which is pretty funny. Anyway, you just swim under there after you remove the metal things. So we got this metal box up here in the corner. I threw it up and dropped it just to try to break it, see what would happen, but that one I guess is unbreakable. Kind of like Kimmy Schmidt. Unbreakable! It's a TV show on Netflix if you don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I don't know why they give you two. You gotta pull that one up to get out. Here's Guardian Scout. I tried to do the purple guard to reflect the beam back at him, but I wasn't able to do it correctly. So I said the heck of it and this went up and meleeed him. Took like 3 hits and killed him. Pretty weak. I remember when I first played the game, I was really scared of those guys. Thought I was gonna get owned. Well, in this room we gotta use magnesis some more to get to the goal. And the idea here is to use the platform to build a bridge, but a ramp works as well, so that's what I did there. I just made a ramp, as you can see. And there's a treasure chest here on the far wall, and I sat there for a while trying to figure out how to get this. For some stupid reason, I didn't do what was obvious. Here's some metal doors that I was talking about earlier. That's the end of the shrine there, where the glowing area is. Thought maybe you could pull the doors off the hinges and use those as platforms, but that didn't work. So I was going to try to make like a ramp. That's what I was attempting to do here. And the metal thing did not want to cooperate with me. So try again with pull the doors off the hinges. Wasn't happening. Okay, well, what to do then? So I gotta get my metal piece back out of the water here. Put my bridge back in place. Got lyres here, so I don't have to use it for that part. Oh wait, how do I get back up here? I can't climb back up there. Oh. Oh man, now what do I do? And I didn't catch up correctly, so can't reach the metal piece from there. But I can go in the water here and get it from here. This doesn't count as swimming water, it counts as walking water. It's shallow enough. But swimming, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I go get the metal thing, take it back over here. Come back over here to the wall, and make a little ramp. And we're able to go back up on the other side. And get these other metal pieces over here back at the beginning. And we can take these over here to where I just was. So like I said, I was trying to make a ramp, and that's why I was getting these metal pieces to help with the construction of the ramp. Instead of doing, like I said, the obvious thing, which I didn't think of initially. I think I did it correctly on my first playthrough, but I might actually be able to do the ramp idea, but maybe I just couldn't get it to work. You can't actually angle these things on your own. You have to drop them against something and let the physics engine angle them for you. Like that one there, kind of flipped over and angled correctly. But when I was trying to use them to get up to the treasure chest, I did not want to do that at all. So we got 3 of these things here. You think that would be enough to make a ramp, right? Well, maybe not. That one's not laying on top of the other one here. It's looking me keep trying to grab the bottom one here. Grab the top one, like I should have. That one, well, it was propped up for a second, then it fell in the water. It's not very helpful. This keeps sliding off, you see that? It's like the sides of this platform are covered in grease or something. Maybe that's why Link can't climb the walls and shrines, they're all covered in grease. Or oil or something, who knows. They are mechanical, right? Or partially mechanical. Maybe try backing up all of it as you saw there, and still wouldn't help. I think momentarily here it will dawn on me the correct thing to do. This is actually not the correct thing to do. This is something I just tried to do for the heck of it. And it actually worked, sort of. So I knocked the treasure chest off that ledge into the water here. For some reason you can't open the treasure chest in the water, even though I'm standing in it. So you saw there it turned the pinkish red color. That means it's able to be manipulated with magnesis, so I just lifted it up out of the water. And I could have done that initially, which is what you're supposed to do, to get it off the ledge. But I did it a little bit different there, knocked it off into the water. And it's on the side there, like I was saying earlier. And for all that effort, we got a Traveler's Bow. So it's 5 damage. So what I like to do in the end of the shrines here is to go around to the back side of the person here to make sure there's nothing hidden behind them. There is at least a couple shrines in the game where there are hidden doors behind there with additional treasure, so that's why I always check. So we'll see the interaction with the person here and breaking the seal. And they basically say the same thing every time you complete a shrine. So substituting their own name, of course. So I won't be showing this on every shrine because, like I said, it's pretty much the same thing every time. So as he's going to give us a spirit orb for completing the shrine. And there is the spirit orb, which magically gets inhaled by Link or something, I don't know. So the spirit orbs kind of function like heart pieces in previous games in the series, except they don't directly add to your life meter. You have to turn them in to a specific location in the game. They also are used for your stamina gauge as well. So basically you get 4 of them and you can increase your stamina or your life. Either one. But not both. Not with a single set of 4 anyway. So we're a quarter of the way to being able to do that. Here comes the old man flying in again. Yeah, flies around a lot for an old guy, huh? And he knows that we got the spirit orb somehow. He claims to be clairvoyant. He's a psychic, man. Who does he think he is, Sean Spencer?
And you know that's right.
That's a psych reference for you guys that watched that show. And that the psych movie coming out this Christmas, man, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that.
And you know that's right.
Really looking forward to that. When I saw that news a while back, and that they announced that was happening, man, I was really psyched. No pun intended. Yeah, I know that was a dumb joke, but anyway, yeah, that movie should be really cool. So basically, the old man's telling us we need to go to the top of the tower again, and we're like, "What? We gotta climb that again? You kidding me?" Although we didn't climb it the first time, so he's gonna teach us how to teleport, which comes in handy for a game as big as Breath of the Wild for sure. For those of you who play the game, you know what I'm talking about. It takes forever to go anywhere in this game by foot. It's a very large map. So there's their updated quest text. So I'm gonna save it here. And that will do it for this episode of Let's Play Breath of the Wild, or Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But we'll be back soon with another episode, so be sure to tune in for that. And don't forget, you can check us out at gamingcompass.com for all kinds of video game news, reviews, videos, and more. And you can also subscribe to us here on YouTube for more videos like this one. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all kinds of social media cool stuff. I don't know, whatever, you know, video game related memes and, you know, jokes and news and whatever. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.